What's up, everybody? There's an update in Dekaron that I actually felt like I wanted to talk about. If you haven't noticed, I have not covered updates for Dekaron in a very long time, and the reason for that is because most of them are complete garbage. I'm just going to be honest. They don't do a very good job with updates, so I just enjoy the game for what it is, etc., etc. Anyway, this is an update that I thought was worth mentioning. Now, this is a small break from the subscriber suggested videos, but we'll jump back into that for the next video for sure. But yeah, the headline for this is definitely that Graces are kind of farmable again. So I really wanted to let you guys know about this because this does not happen very often. And if you are trying to get ahead in this game, Graces are the primary currency, and this is a chance to actually farm a few Graces, if not more, depending on how much work you're willing to put in. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure to like the video. Fairly simple thing to do, and it helps me out immensely, so please do that, and let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump over to the patch notes for this, and then we'll kind of go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop out my head. So here are the patch notes. So there's two events that took place. The first one is this Sanctuary of the Blue Dragon. Now, this dungeon, you can do it once per day, per account. It does say something about it being once per IP, but this is not correct because I've been able to do it on multiple accounts. You can see here, actually I can play once per account per day and once per IP address and identity. That doesn't seem right to me because I've been able to do it on multiple accounts. But anyway, you need to be level 180, and the dungeon is located in the fishing area north of Ardeka. And basically, you go there. The ticket will appear in your cash inventory. It's a little button on the bottom right of your screen, and you can get it once a day. Again, you have to be logged in for about an hour, and then you can go and you can complete the dungeon. Now, I just want to show off the rewards for this dungeon because they're actually pretty good. Also, the dungeon, like some of the other event dungeons, actually has pretty good experience, so it's definitely worth doing and using experience scrolls on, especially if you stack it with like the Scream Cave or something like that. Now, there are a couple bosses that spawn in the dungeon. One is the Golden Wisigan, and then this one drops from the final boss, whatever it's called. But you can get some tradable buffs that don't get deleted, so that's actually pretty nice. Now, the main highlight, though, is the actual drops. Overall, the chance of getting something useful is fairly low. As you can see, mostly it's just these buffs, Spirit of the Fighter, Champion Token. This is the main things that you're going to be getting. You also are going to be getting Energy of Love, which drops from both bosses, and that can be used to upgrade your Valentine earring. So that's something the Valentine chocolate earring. The upgrades are pretty minor, but still kind of worth doing. But if you do happen to get lucky, there are some nice items here. You've got the new Hambach costume, Rondo, Black Rabbit, Black Dragon mount. You can get a Grace 20% and Black Dragon pet selection box. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Moser, what are you talking about? You got a 35% Grace is farmable at a 0.07% chance. This was not worth me watching at all. And you would be correct. If this was the only way to get the Grace in the event, this would be a complete waste of your time. But there is another way to get 35% Graces that is much more consistent, which I'm going to show you a little bit lower down. But yeah, anyway, this is worth doing. I've been doing it on multiple accounts, just seeing if I can get lucky. So far, I have managed to drop a Dragon Mount Tier 6 and a new Handbook type costume, which is a 1.2% and a 3%. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I might get really lucky and see a Black Dragon Mount or a Black Dragon pet selection box. But yeah, pretty low chance. Now, again, you need these Energy of Loves, and you can go for your chocolate earring upgrades. You can see the upgrade rates here. It's just slightly better. It's honestly not a huge thing, but it is a small thing that you can work on. And this is a little dragon pet that you can get. The main one that I think is useful is this 70% experience, 7% attack. That is very, very good. The PvP one I don't care about as much, but this one, the Blue Dragon one, is extremely good. And then here's the actual mount. Again, I think the blue is better than the black. The blue one, 100% experience gain for a pet equip is really good, along with all stat 103%, very good. And then the other one is more PvP based. I mean, 6% PvP damage increase is definitely nothing to scoff at, but given that I don't really do PvPs, I would be more interested in the Blue Dragon. Okay, now this is the event that is going to get you Graces. So basically, from August 22nd to September 12th, I recommend doing this every single day. You can go ahead and you can grab this quest from the fortune pouch that is located in our Deca. You can see the location right here. And basically what you do is you have to farm in the field, and you have to get 10 of these dragons to spawn, and you have to kill them. After doing that, you can turn the quest back in. You get a title, and the fortune title, although it doesn't seem to give any stats, which is kind of strange. But you get the fortune title, you get like 300 million experience, and then you get this right here. You have a 10% chance of getting a blacksmith grace, 35%, or you can get some of these other items. I don't really care about these other items, especially since they all get deleted anyway. I mean, why does it even matter? I don't get why they delete items now. It's kind of silly, but anyway, that's what they're doing. But yeah, 35% grace, 10% chance. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, this still isn't very good. You are correct. This is not phenomenal. I'm not saying that this is a great event. It's never going to match up to that one grace event from a super long time ago, the one dungeon drive one where you could farm 35% like crazy. We're probably never going to see that again. However, if you do this quest on multiple accounts, you definitely have a chance to get at least one grace a day. I'm just going to say that. I mean, if you think about it, if you do it on 10 accounts once a day, you should, in theory, get at least one grace a day, right? And the event is going from August 22nd to September 12th. So that is 17, 14... hold on, I can do math. 14... That is 21 days of an event, right? Like, am I doing that right? Yeah, 21 days. Now, I can tell you just from doing this, I'm being a goon, and I'm doing this on 7 accounts, and I am getting at least 1 to 2 graces a day. So if you think about it, by the end of the event, I should have 20 plus graces. So again, I think this is something that is absolutely worth doing if you have not already realized it or are looking at it. It's actually a pretty decent event in terms of what UbiFun is willing to give us. Do I think it's a phenomenal event? No, absolutely not. I think they should have made this quest unlimited, and you should be able to do it like multiple times. I think people would much prefer that. I hate having to run things on alt accounts, but I don't know. I'm just trying to do the best I can in terms of getting the stuff that I want. But yeah, this is one of the best grace events that we have had in years, like years. I'm talking years. So again, I think it's worth your time if you're willing to put the time in and run this on multiple accounts. It's very easy to do. I can tell you what I do is I just log in 7 accounts, and I take the quest on every single account. I take one character that I already have a bunch of Arcadia protections on, and I run them to Arcadia, just because that's a good place to get the little dragons to spawn. And then I stack them all up. I do the quest. It's when you kill the dragon, it counts for everyone that's in a party. And I can do this in less than an hour on 7 accounts. I'm not going to do more than that. I mean, realistically, if you really wanted to take advantage of the event, you should be doing it on more than 7 accounts. But I am personally just doing it on 7. Like I said, it takes me less than an hour, and I'm getting at least 1 to 2 graces a day. Again, that luck can be there, it cannot be there. Some days I'm going to get no graces, some days I'm going to get like 4 graces. It just depends on how lucky I am. So, but by the end of the event, I expect to see myself getting somewhere between 20 to 25 graces. I'll probably make a video about it when I get to the end. But yeah, I just thought you guys should know about this. I don't care about any of this other stuff, but that is the event. I do want to mention that the event dungeon, which you can see on the screen here, just like some of the other event dungeons, the damage is capped at 2024. I'm guessing they're referencing the year. And the damage that the monsters can do to you is also capped, which means that you can literally do this on any account. This is super easy because all you need is a little bit of healing. The final boss is not really that hard. He does have a combo attack that can do a decent amount of damage, but as long as you have some potions and maybe some fish, you're really not going to have trouble with it. And while the reward percent chances are low for good drops, they are not impossible, guys. It's just something you got to go for sometime. I'm just being optimistic about it. I might get nothing useful from it, although I have already gotten at least 1 new handbok costume type, so that's pretty nice. It's just basically a free crest costume, but yeah. So yeah, Farmable graces, at least for this event. I highly recommend that you take advantage of it. This does not come along very often, and that is why I'm telling you guys about it. Overall, would I rank this event super great? No. UbiFun kind of sucks. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. They very rarely do anything that is worth your time, but this one is at least semi-worth your time, so I would recommend taking advantage of it while it's here. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, suggestions, as always, you can leave them in the comments. Remember, make sure to like, subscribe. If you're subscribed and you leave a comment, most likes is the next video that I work on. I already have the next video planned. I believe it has something to do with costumes. That was the most comment on the last video. But then we'll kind of see where we go from there. Again, just a small break from that, but this is an event that I just felt like I really had to talk about. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, take care. Peace.